Collectors and treasure hunters hold your breath because the 1997 Lincoln Penny may look ordinary, but it hides secrets that could make you thousands of dollars if you know what to look for, from rare mint errors to unexpected die varieties. This 1-cent coin can be your ticket to uncovering hidden wealth. Stay tuned, because what I am about to reveal will change the way you see pocket change forever. The story of the 1997 Lincoln Penny begins with its deep roots in American numismatic history, a coin that carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose image has graced the obverse side of this penny since 1909, when Victor David Brenner designed the iconic portrait to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, the Lincoln Penny has seen many transformations, from its early wheat reverse to the enduring memorial reverse introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, and the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. When we talk about the 1997 Lincoln Penny, we must first understand the context in which this coin was produced. In 1997, the United States Mint struck billions of pennies across multiple mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the majority of circulation strikes coming from Philadelphia and Denver. While the San Francisco Mint focused on producing proof coins for collectors, the 1997 penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 until 2008. This era saw several design changes, technological upgrades, and quality control issues that have made certain dates and mint marks more desirable than others. When you hold a 1997 penny, you hold a piece of a massive production run, but that does not mean all 1997 pennies are created equal. Some have remarkable errors that make them highly valuable among collectors. To understand this, we must dive into how these coins were made and what went wrong during the minting process. The planchets, or coin blanks, are fed into high-speed presses, where dies strike the design onto the metal with tremendous force. If anything goes wrong during this process, the resulting error coins can fetch a premium in the market. For the 1997 Lincoln Penny, some known errors include doubled dies off center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. The doubled die is perhaps the most sought-after error. Type collectors often look for doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust, Liberty, or the date, 1997. Itself, doubling can occur during the hubbing process when the die receives multiple impressions. If the alignment shifts slightly between impressions, you get a doubled image on the die, which is then transferred to thousands of coins. Finding a strong doubled die on a 1997 penny is rare but not impossible, and can command significant value depending on the strength and location of the doubling off center. Strikes are another fascinating error. When a planchet is misaligned with the dies, only part of the design is struck, leaving a crescent-shaped blank area on the coin. The more dramatic the off-center, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is fully visible. Broad strikes happen when the retaining collar fails to hold the metal during the strike, causing the metal to spread out beyond the normal dimensions of the coin. Clipped planchets occur when the metal strip from which blanks are punched overlaps during cutting, resulting in a coin with a missing portion. These clips can be curved, straight, or ragged, and the more dramatic and well-defined the clip, the higher the collector interest. Die cracks and die breaks add another layer of collectability over time. The dies used to strike coins develop microscopic cracks from repeated high-pressure impacts. These cracks transfer to the coin as raised lines, and some collectors enjoy finding coins with dramatic die breaks, known as cud errors, when a piece of the die actually breaks off, leaving a blob of metal on the coin. The 1997 Lincoln Penny also has varieties beyond errors. For example, you might find coins with different shades of copper and zinc showing through, because since 1982, the Lincoln Penny has been struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet with a core of 97.5% zinc and a thin copper layer. This composition change was made to reduce production costs because copper prices were rising sharply. Some 1997 pennies may show plating bubbles where the copper layer did not fully adhere to the zinc core. Over time, these bubbles can break open, exposing the grayish zinc underneath which can be interesting to collectors who study planchet flaws. Proof versions of the 1997 penny struck at the San Francisco Mint are highly polished and made with extra care. Each proof coin is struck multiple times with specially prepared dies to create sharp details and mirror-like fields. Collectors cherish these proof coins, especially in high-grades coins. Graded PR70D Cam or Deep Cameo are the ultimate examples with perfect surfaces and deep contrast between the frosted devices and mirrored fields. The population of perfect proof coins is limited, which drives up their desirability. Now let us talk about grading and condition because the value of any coin depends heavily on its state of preservation for business strike. 1997 pennies coins that have never circulated and still have their original mint luster are called mint state or MS coins. These are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 with higher grades commanding higher prices. S67 and above for a 1997 penny is quite scarce and worth submitting to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC collectors who specialize in registry sets. Compete to own the finest known example of every date and mint mark, which can push prices up dramatically, even for a modern coin. Like the 1997 penny circulation fines are common. But uncirculated rolls, sealed in original bank packaging, can be treasure troves for cherry-picking high-grade examples or searching for errors. Some dealers still sell original mint-sealed boxes and rolls, which can be fun to hunt through with a magnifying glass and good lighting. Let us not forget the historical context in 1997. The U.S. economy was booming, technology stocks were rising, and the U.S. Mint was preparing for the upcoming 50-state quarters program, which would start in 1999. This era marked a transitional phase in American coinage design and collecting interest. While the Lincoln penny remained mostly unchanged, its role as a workhorse coin in everyday transactions continued. But by the late 1990s, the penny was already being scrutinized for its rising production cost. Versus its face value, debates over whether to eliminate the penny entirely have surfaced repeatedly since then, but the Lincoln cent has survived and remains one of the most recognized and collected coins in American history. In addition to errors and varieties, provenance and hoards can impact the story behind a coin. Sometimes entire bags of pennies are discovered in old banks or estates untouched for decades, yielding high-grade coins that re-enter the collector market when you hold a 1997 penny. Think about the millions of people who have handled similar coins without ever imagining they might be worth more than face value. But for the trained eye, every pocketful of change is an opportunity to find treasure. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps coin collecting alive year after year, generation after generation to get the most out of your 1997 Lincoln penny collection. You should learn how to examine coins. Closely use a jeweler's loupe or a digital microscope. Check the details of Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the lettering, the sharpness of the steps on the Lincoln Memorial reverse. All of these can help you determine strike quality and grade study, reputable coin guides, auction records, and error listings to familiarize yourself with what to look for. Attend coin shows, join local coin clubs, and talk to experienced collectors. Many seasoned numismatists love to share their knowledge and stories, and you may even get the chance to see rare examples up close. Remember, always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Store valuable pieces in protective holders and avoid cleaning. Coins, which can destroy their natural surfaces and reduce their value significantly. If you suspect you have a valuable error or high-grade example, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and encapsulation. This gives you a secure way to sell or trade the coin in the market. With buyer confidence, the 1997 Lincoln penny may not be the first coin that comes to mind when people think of hidden treasures, but its potential lies in the details. The world of mint errors, die varieties, and high-grade survivors opens up endless possibilities for discovery and profit. What makes this hobby so rewarding is that you never know what you might find next in your pocket change or tucked away in an old jar. Each coin tells a story, and each search adds a new chapter to your own collecting journey. As you keep exploring, you will come to appreciate the rich heritage behind every small copper-plated disc that bears the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, from the wheat cent era to the memorial design, and beyond the Lincoln penny has connected generations of Americans to their history and to the spirit of discovery that keeps numismatics alive. So next time you see a 1997 penny, do not dismiss it as just another coin. Look closer. Check for doubling off, center strikes, clipped planchets, and unusual marks. You might be holding a piece that could turn an ordinary day into an extraordinary find. Keep hunting, keep learning, and keep sharing your discoveries. Because the story of the 1997 Lincoln penny is still being written one coin at a time, and you could be the next to uncover its hidden treasure. Behind the newest cent in your pocket and why collectors are scrambling to find the rarest ones before they disappear forever. Rare American coins, where today we are diving deep into the rich and evolving history of the Lincoln penny and its modern marvel, the 2023 edition. This journey is not just about a 1-cent coin. It is about the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the United States Mint, the evolution of American currency, and the hidden gems that lie in your pocket change. The Lincoln penny has a story that dates back to 1909, when it replaced the Indian head cent and became the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic image. Victor David Brenner's design honored the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and was inspired by a plaque he had made of the former president. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through many changes in design, metal composition, minting locations, and production technologies, but through all those changes, it has remained a cornerstone of American currency and a favorite among collectors. Now, fast forward to the year 2023. The Lincoln penny continues to be produced by the United States Mint. Even though its purchasing power has diminished over time, still it holds enormous value in the world of numismatics, especially when unique minting errors or rare varieties emerge. The 2023 Lincoln penny is minted at multiple locations, including Philadelphia, which typically bears no mint mark, Denver, which uses the D mint mark, and San Francisco, which uses the S mint mark for special proof sets. These mint marks play a significant role in determining the coin's value and collectability, and each one tells a different story about the journey of the coin from the mint to your hands. The obverse side of the 2023 Lincoln penny continues to feature the timeless bust of President Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Brenner but modified over the decades to reflect modern aesthetics. The reverse side still displays the Union Shield design, first introduced in 2010, replacing the previous Lincoln bicentennial designs. The Union Shield represents the unity of the states and the preservation of the Union, which is central to Lincoln's legacy, and it symbolizes strength, federal authority, and American history. This design includes 13 vertical stripes joined at the top by a single horizontal bar representing the federal government uniting the original 13 states. The 2023 penny is made from a core of zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This has been the composition since 1982, when the U.S. Mint changed from the previous 95% copper due to rising material costs, while the modern zinc core makes the coin lighter and cheaper to produce. It also introduces potential minting issues such as plating blisters, lamination errors, and zinc rot, all of which can affect the value of a 2023 penny, especially if they appear in unique ways. These flaws are often seen under magnification or with careful examination by a trained collector, and the rarest ones can fetch premiums far beyond face value. Now let's dive into known and rumored varieties of the 2023 Lincoln penny. Early reports from coin roll hunters and collectors have mentioned double die, cracks off center strikes, and more. One of the most notable errors includes a double die obverse where the words "In God We Trust and Liberty" appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. Another sought-after variety is the misaligned die strike, where the obverse and reverse do not line up correctly, giving the coin a slanted or off-center appearance, which can drastically increase its desirability among collectors. And some coins have been found with struck-through grease errors where part of the design is missing or faint, because debris blocked the die during minting, creating ghost-like impressions that make every affected coin unique. Proof versions of the 2023 penny struck in San Francisco are another major focus of collectors. These proof coins are not intended for circulation and are struck with special dies on polished planchets to give a sharp mirror-like finish with intricate detail and high contrast between the raised and flat areas when housed in their original packaging and accompanied by a certificate of authenticity. Proof pennies hold considerable value, but if they contain any form of error or anomaly, their worth can multiply instantly. Let us not overlook the importance of grading when it comes to modern pennies. Grading agencies such as PCGS and NGC play a critical role in verifying authenticity, assessing condition, and assigning a numerical grade on the 70-point Sheldon scale, a 2023 penny, in mint state 68 or higher. With full red designation is a premium find, especially if it is a rare variety or contains a mint error. In fact, some MS68RD 2023 Lincoln pennies have already been sold for over $50, depending on their condition and pedigree, making them a hot target for both amateur and professional numismatists. Beyond the coin itself, the 2023 penny exists in a fascinating economic and political context. Calls to eliminate the penny have grown louder in recent years, with arguments that it costs more to produce than its face value. However, the mint continues its production, citing public demand tradition and vending compatibility. In this sense, the 2023 Lincoln Penny is not just a coin, but a cultural relic symbolizing American values, frugality, nostalgia, and historical continuity. Its continued existence in the face of economic pressure highlights its place in American life and commerce. Educational institutions still use pennies in math and economic lessons. Families pass down penny jars as traditions, and children across the country get their start in coin collecting with this humble copper-colored cent. This makes the 2023 penny not just a collectible, but a gateway into American heritage for values, frugality, nostalgia, and historical continuity. Its continued existence in the face of economic pressure highlights its place in American life and commerce. Educational institutions still use pennies in math and economic lessons. Families pass down penny jars as traditions, and children across the country get their start in coin collecting with this humble copper-colored cent. This makes the 2023 penny not just a collectible, but a gateway into American heritage for future generations. And when combined with the mysteries of minting errors, rare varieties, and low mintage anomalies, the penny becomes an object of endless fascination. Let us now explore in detail the role of the mint facilities in shaping the 2023 penny. The Philadelphia Mint, being the oldest in the nation, often produces the highest number of circulation coins, which means most 2023 pennies without a mint mark hail from this facility. Denver, with its D mark, tends to produce pennies with sharper strikes and fewer errors, but every once in a while certain batches escape with dramatic mistakes which are hunted by roll searchers and dealers. The San Francisco Mint, although focused on proofs and special issues, remains the home of the most visually stunning 2023 pennies, and its role is essential in serving the numismatic collector market. As we move further into 2023 and beyond, it is highly likely that new varieties, new errors, and new market trends will continue to emerge, making this coin even more desirable. Keeping track of coin auction records, eBay sales, and dealer reports is crucial for any collector hoping to strike gold with a modern penny, and coin shows often reveal previously unknown varieties through show-and-tell interactions and first-time discoveries. So anyone holding rolls or bags of 2023 pennies should examine them closely, as they might be holding a fortune without realizing it. In the final analysis, The 2023 Lincoln Penny is more than just the latest edition of a familiar coin. It is a small but powerful link in the chain of American history. It connects generations of collectors. It reflects the mint's evolving technologies and practices, and it reminds us of the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln himself. Whether you are a new collector, a seasoned numismatist, or simply curious about what your pocket change might be, hiding this coin deserves your attention and appreciation. Keep your eyes sharp, your tools ready, and your mind open. Because the story of the 2023 Lincoln Penny is still being written every day by the people who search, study, and collect it. Thank you for staying with us through this in-depth journey into the Lincoln Penny of 2023. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare American coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another discovery from coin history. Value tips to rare finds and collector secrets. We are just getting started. Stay tuned and stay curious.